welcome to Laugh Out Lore's Aetheria's Veil. Just a couple of announcements. We will not be going live next week because it is Christmas. But the week after, we're going to be back with Aetheria's Veil, January 1st. So check us out then. And then we'll be back on regular schedule for the Alteroth campaign for the week after. So, last we left off, you guys had gotten a quest, and basically you guys came together because you kept having similar dreams, and things just brought you together, and you became an adventurer party who was sent to this forest where the Feywild and the physical plane are starting to merge. And you're finding a lot of these monsters that are coming through are from the Feywild, and all of you have some inkling from the Feywild, whether it's that you lived there at one time or you were transitioned over to this plane due to the collapsing of the two. But you are very familiar with the Feywild and the mortal plane as you are on right now. Last we left off, you guys attacked a bunch of stuff in here, and then one of the dryads called upon a treant, and he came bumbling through, and that's where we left off. We still have Dre's tentacle up. It is a 5-foot tentacle, but it is ethereal, so it can go through anything. Has a 10-foot reach, and then we have the abyssal chicken still up and going. What do you guys want to do?
I forgot I was still a chicken.
No, I think you. You are a chicken. Yeah.
Fucking thing.
I summoned a spirit animal or something. Let me remember what I did.
Can you share your...
I will share my screen.
I summoned the beast, and it was a chicken. It's my bestial spirit.
Oh, yeah.
All right, you should be able to see the map now.
Thank you.
Yes.
Apologies.
No worries.
Right now, he does not seem to be threatening. He is just standing there watching over you.
Ask him if we can squeeze by him real quick.
Yeah, can I roll animal handling to see if I can talk to him?
That's a tree, not an animal.
It's a living being that's not a human. I want to see if I can talk to it. Nature? What would I roll to try and talk to it?
Just the great Deku tree?
It is not the great Deku tree.
I'm going to move my tentacle out of its space to see what it does.
Okay. How far does the movement go?
I can move it up to 30, but I just want to move it 15 to see if it... I'm assuming it has a 10-foot reach.
Perfect.
I'm trying to see if I can get a reaction out of it.
He kind of just looks down and then looks at you all.
I want to try and talk to it.
What do you want to say?
We need to go that way.
Can we go around, sir?
He looks down at you. Ah, brave adventurers. I see you too are troubled by the imminent collision of the Feywild and the material plane. Another time, another catastrophe. He begins to shake his branches about a little bit, acting like he's kind of stretching out his limbs. I've witnessed the ebb and flow of reality for countless ages. The last time the planes were brought together, it was a disaster of unparalleled proportions. The elves and the other non-humans were sundered from their homes, forced to dwell among the mortal races. Those were dark times indeed, my friends. The catalyst for the cataclysm was a powerful magical artifact created by a surpassingly powerful being. It was a weapon of unimaginable power, capable of tearing the fabric of reality asunder. He bends over closer to you all. That artifact was lost, locked away in the depths of the Feywild, but it seems fate has stirred again. I have the knowledge of ancient lore. I've been around a long time. The secrets of the Feywild. I have the knowledge of ancient lore, the secrets of the Feywild that can help you prevent this terrible merging of planes. First, you must understand the nature of the artifact. It is a summons of sorts. A beacon
Start
that...
writing.
Do what? Oh.
The tentacle goes away and I start writing.
Okay, perfect. First, you must understand the nature of the artifact. It is a summons, a beacon that calls forth the very essence of reality itself. And once it's activated, there's no stopping it. But fear not. I've discovered a ritual. An ancient incantation that can be used to bind the artifact, to keep it from being unleashed upon this world and the next. It's a perilous task, but one that must be undertaken if the planes are to be saved. So will you heed my words? Will you brave the dangers of the Feywild to save the very fabric of all realities? I have faith in you. I have faith in all of you. Now go forth. Save the multiverse. Remember, the fate of all of the worlds are in your hands. He kind of like, though he's made of wood, you see his branches kind of bend forward a bit, just stretching ever so lightly, and you hear creaking like he's bowing towards you. And then he steps back into the woods and disappears.
You asked him his name. Damn.
I am ear to ear smiling, just trying to keep up as best as I can. Just, oh, a good story. Must write. Did anybody catch his name?
Oh, no, I forgot to ask him his name. He was
Does anybody know where
talking.
the artifact thing is, or did only the tree know?
I think we need to follow him into the forest.
Does anybody
The
have
opportunity to
tracking
ask a
skills?
question.
Very quietly, I'm going to say, sweet, they didn't remember his name, so this story was mine, as told by Dre.
As told by Dre.
Can I roll investigation to see what's behind the mushroom?
You can.
Can you eat this mushroom?
It's a 12.
So the tree actually squished the mushroom. So you have clear view into the forest. You see the path that he walked, but then it just abruptly ends. And where it ends, you just see a faint shimmering.
I'm going to start walking towards the shimmer.
All right.
I'm going to look back at the guys and say, hey, there's something shimmering up here. I'm going to see what it is.
I'm gonna go ahead and move up to try and see the shimmering.
I'm going to follow up the path as well.
Awesome.
Hold on, but I'm going to look around to see if they drop anything nice.
The enemies that you fought didn't have much. They were mostly nature-based. So if you wanted to try and like scavenge materials from them, you can. But that would take some time.
Are any of them put together animatically together still? I know a lot of them lost body parts and heads. I want to see if I can get a quick sketch.
Roll a history check. Most of them were pretty bad, badly mutilated. You guys
10.
had some really good rolls. 10. I'd say you do a mediocre job of remembering. Definitely not your best work, but passable to get the point across of what was going on and what kind of creatures they were.
As I'm sketching, I was like, well, I guess Volo won't be proud of this one at least. And then I'm going to look to the trees behind us. Is there any noise since that creature is come and gone?
Roll perception for me.
Hello.
Natural 1.
All right. You hear nothing. Your turtle behind you just rips a big fart, and it just distracts you.
Oh, choppy.
I'm here now.
Ed, I will send over the what has happened in the Discord chat real quick, so you're caught up.
Okay.
Would I've heard that fart?
Yes, you definitely would have.
We let that thing out.
I'm gonna look back at Chompy.
Dre will blame his bad art on Chompy's fart. Like, Chompy, you ruined this masterpiece.
Excellent. All right. So, RL King, correct me if I'm wrong, but you are heading towards the Shimmer?
Correct.
Okay. So you start heading through. Roll an Arcana check for me.
Just a second here. Excuse me. That's a 19.
A 19. That's pretty damn good.
19. That's pretty good.
All right, I got it.
All right, perfect. So that was Ed. That was from the Treant. The Treant was monologuing about different things, and then he walked into the woods and disappeared.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I guess everybody can see my screen, but oh well.
Yeah, that's okay.
I was not.
And I didn't see that.
Let's see.
Video
There we
noise.
go. RL King, as you
Yes,
walk
sir.
closer, the shimmering kind of separates, and you look through the veil, and you see the picture in front of you. A very magical mysterious forest, similar to the one you're in, but much more vibrant. It matches more what you're used to in the Feywild. With an Arcana check of 19, I would say you are fairly confident that this shimmering, it may be the veil between worlds, or between realms.
Like a rift.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna look around and look back. Guys, the other side is over here. Feywild. Should we go?
Should we break on through to the other side?
I think we should.
Just going to
I think we
walk
should go
forward.
look for that magical item he got. That the treant said that it was in the Feywild. I think we should go look for it.
I jump on
Let's go.
Chompy. Forward, Chompy. Let's go.
I'm gonna go through the veil.
Holler at my chicken and say, let's roll out.
I'm gonna follow them.
All
Into the
right.
Feywild.
As you guys go through the veil,
Go home.
you feel almost like walking through a bubble. And as you come through the other side, you just feel this invisible pressure lessen. And you look around and you're back in the Feywild. Some of you, this is home or was at one time. For some of you, you never thought you'd see this again. And others, you fear what coming here might occur. And as you turn around, the veil shimmers and disappears. And you're in a forest.
Oh, shit.
The trees covered in moss. Fairy light just floating, creating a sparkling atmosphere. You feel the presence of magic emanating off of everything, from rocks to moss to ferns. You see a plethora of wildlife just grazing and eating without a care in the world. And then you see a giant tree in front of you. The treant. He has set himself back down, and you see the mounds of dirt around his roots have settled over. And it seems this is where he was. This is where he belongs. And you feel this energy emanating from him. And he breathes deep. Home. Now.
I'm gonna walk over to him.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask him what his name is. Sir, I didn't get to introduce myself properly. My name's R.L. King. What is your name?
I am Irael. E-I-R-A-E-L. It means moonlight.
Nice to meet you.
Good night.
What was that,
It's a
Ed?
pleasure, and I'll bow.
It's nice to be home. Some of us, we've missed this place. We'd like to complete the quest that you have set before us.
I think the quest has already started. Correct me if I'm wrong. However, I'm more than happy to discuss the details. But you'll need to go back and tell the others. Come back from whence you came. Unfortunately, my magic is sapped, and it'll take me many years to open another veil. You'll need to find your own way. But for now, have a seat. I'll tell you about the artifact of the ages and how it came to light. And as you sit down, go ahead, Lyrian. You're on mute.
Go
Okay.
nearby where I could just relax.
We caught half of that. We missed the first half.
I was going to see if there was a nice stump nearby to sit down and relax.
So stumps not so much, but there is plenty of like large boulders. That is a nice boulder. And they are very much comfortable. They're covered in moss and other flora, so it's nice and soft on your tush. Didn't catch whatever you just said, Lyrian.
So this is a nice boulder.
That is a nice boulder.
That is a nice boulder.
All right. He looks down at you,
All right.
and he
Have a
sees
seat.
Dre with his pencil and paper out once again. And he says, "Go ahead, Dre. Take your notes. Just keep an eye out. You know who to look for." And he starts talking about the artifact of the ages. In the ancient times before the dawn of mortal civilizations, there existed a powerful and ancient artifact known as the Artifact of Ages. The artifact was created by a being of immense power and wisdom known as the Creator. The artifact was a complex and intricate construct composed of countless shards of pure energy that were infused with the very essence of creation itself. It was said that the artifact held the secrets of the universe within its depths, that it was capable of manipulating reality on a cosmic scale. The artifact was placed within a special realm, guarded by powerful beings and enchanted creatures who were sworn to protect it from those who would misuse its power. For millennia, the artifact had remained hidden, its secrets and powers untouched by the hands of mortals. But as time passed, the balance of power in the multiverse began to shift. Dark forces led by a powerful and malevolent being known only as the Destroyer began to gain strength and influence. The Creator, aware of the growing threat, knew that the artifact must be found and its power contained before it fell into the wrong hands. And so the Creator sent a message to the mortal realms, tasking a few with the duty of finding and securing the artifact. These brave adventurers, known as the Protectors of the Multiverse, set out to the perilous quest to find the artifact and prevent the Destroyer from claiming it. The Protectors traveled across countless realms, facing countless dangers and overcoming countless challenges. They battled fearsome creatures and vanquished powerful foes, but they were always drawn back to the search of the artifact. Finally, after untold ages, the Protectors discovered the hidden realm where the artifact was kept. They fought their way past the Guardians and enchanted creatures, and they finally laid their hands on the artifact themselves. But as they exercised its power, they realized that the artifact was not what they had hoped. Rather than granting them the power to defeat this Destroyer, it instead began to consume their souls, drawing them into a maddening quest for more power. Their Protectors were torn asunder, their souls sundered by the artifact's corrupting influence. And as they fell, the artifact unleashed a catastrophic burst of energy that threatened to tear the multiverse asunder. In the end, it was the Creator who intervened, banishing the artifact to a dimension beyond the reach of mortals. And though the Destroyer was defeated, the damage to the multiverse was already done. The Feywild and the material plane were forever changed, and the non-human races were forced to adapt to their new reality. Its power was whispered in hushed tones, feared and respected in equal measure, but throughout history, those stories were lost. Many think the artifact is no longer a threat, but it seems fate has other decisions in mind.
Is he frozen?
I think so.
Who, me? No, I'm waiting for you guys.
There.
Oh, I'm gonna ask. Do we know the location of the artifact currently?
Unfortunately not. Even my power is limited. I can't feel the artifact anymore. I just know it's somewhere in the Feywild. I can feel the attraction. As any powerful being It pulls me in. It wants me to follow its path. It wants to tear my soul asunder.
How can it be destroyed?
We hit it really hard.
If it was just that easy, I think it would have been destroyed many moons ago. However, I do not believe it can be destroyed. I think it can be banished. It can be bound to never work again. But its physicality transcends all realms.
Should we find it and bring it back to you?
No.
No.
Are there
No.
are there others who could feel this pull or this energy or the calling of this artifact?
I do hear an echo from someone. I don't know who, but
Lyrian.
okay, so I got you. He looks over at you, Lyrian, and he says, anyone with power, true power, is being called, but it takes the strongest wills not to answer. You will face many foe, and whoever has it now will not go down easy.
Are we the first ones that you've given this quest to?
You are. You're the only ones who have felt that pull yourselves. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Once we find this artifact, what should we do with it?
Once you find it, you must... And he pauses. And you wait.
Can I roll perception check?
You must.
Yes, roll perception.
Never mind, that's a 7.
You're not hearing much. Anyone else who would like to roll perception definitely can.
I'm going to go ahead and do that.
Same.
21.
16.
Ooh, nice.
Wait, what's my percent? I got a modifier. 18. 18.
18.
So the rest of you hear a creaking sound. And then you look and you see a line going through the base of the treant. And then you see sap pouring out. And then you hear creaking. And he starts tipping. The roots stay in place, and he falls to the forest floor.
See, I know something was going to happen.
Oh!
As he falls to the floor, or to the forest floor, he blocks your view of whatever was behind him. What do you want to do?
Run, bro. What'd you do?
After being completely oblivious to not hearing anything, seeing the tree fall, I pull out my rapier.
All right.
Do you want a health potion, Mr. Tree? Will that help you?
Dre rushes
up,
forward
Ed.
to receive a piece of the tree.
All right.
I don't think he's gonna
Dre,
make it.
roll a strength check.
Right, strength. Just straight strength.
Yep.
That'd be a 4. It's a -2. So 4 total.
You're unable to pull anything from the tree.
Okay.
Even dead, it is quite ancient and very tough.
If I hear another door.
Can any of you help me with this?
Can I roll to see if trees have lungs?
I'll try.
All right. Haro, go ahead and do a strength check as well. And then Ed, what were you doing? Ed?
Hmm?
What were you doing?
Do trees have lungs?
Roll medicine check.
Where's my medicine?
What was Fancy Bacon Beard needing helping with?
18.
Moving a tree.
Ed, you would.
I want a
moving.
piece of the tree.
And then Haro, you did a strength save. I need a strength check.
I'll help you.
Ed, you definitely know trees do not have lungs.
We cannot do CPR on the tree.
And then
I'll help.
Haro, you did a strength save. Can you do a strength check for me, please? And then everyone who's helping, go ahead and do a strength check as well. And we'll just do like a group check. Oh, damn. Nice, Haro. Nat 20. Haro just walks over and he grabs a piece of the tree bark and he just rips it off and just tosses it to Dre.
Bro, look.
Strength tests on the toss. Strength test on the toss.
I did too.
That's awesome.
Thank you, Phil. He grabs it with a flourish with no strength, trying to finesse it through the air, use its own, and you see a small hole on his back, like a backwards fanny pack, and I stuff it into that, and I close it up.
Excellent. Mark down on your inventory, even if you want to just write it down.
Yeah.
Bark. What would it be?
It's also
bark
in my bag of holding, so it's not outweighing me.
Okay, perfect. I will send you Bark of Ariel or Iriel, and I'll post his name with the spelling in the chat as well. But it's Eirael. You do feel magic coming from it, by the way.
Cool. Thank you.
What's everyone else doing?
Can I look around to see if there's any like berries or something that I could brew something with?
Oh, berries? Yeah, roll a nature check.
Look around for anything.
Right, that's great. That's a 1.
Yeah, Ed, you take some time and start looking around. It's going to take a while. Lyrian, what are you looking for specifically?
Just the tree just fell, so I'm looking for an enemy.
Roll perception for me.
I'm going to join Lyrian.
That'd be a 19.
Nice. All right. RL, go ahead as well.
What am I rolling?
That was a 18.
Perfect. Perception if you want to look around just for an enemy or something.
4.
Excellent. Lyrian and RL, you look around. The treant was very wide. It was about 30 foot in diameter. So you go and actually like climb or go to where the base was cut, and you look through, and you see, as far as you can see, just trees were toppled over, boulders cut in half, everything just sliced. And we're talking miles.
What in the ghost ship is going on here?
The fuck did that? Can we tell what did it? Like,
You cannot.
If
You
it
could
was like a
tell
knife or
You could tell it was something sharp. It had to have been to cut through boulders and a several thousand-year-old treant.
if it was like a lightning bolt or some shit. Like,
Nope.
Can we kind of see which direction it came from? Obviously,
You can, yeah.
If a big old line down the way saying, "Hey, this way,"
I'm gonna look at Larry and be like, "Should we follow that or?"
I'm way ahead of you, big dog.
I'm gonna start following the line.
It is several miles long. So if you'd like to go that way, I advise you all to go that way.
Okay, I'll follow him, and on the way, I would like to look for berries again.
All right. On your way, go ahead and roll another nature check, Ed. And then is everyone else just following the path of the cut path?
Yes.
15.
A 15 Ed, as you're walking through, you're not really paying attention to anything around you except for looking for berries. You do find an assorted couple handfuls. You do not know what they are, though.
Okay.
You have, we're going to do 7 yellow berries. You might want to write this down.
Okay. Inventory. Okay. 7 yellow berries.
5 red berries. And then 6 blueberries. The color, not the fruit.
Yeah, I was just about to ask. Oh, I thought you said we didn't know what it was.
Yeah, that's why I had to
6
clarify.
blue. 6 blue?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
As you guys continue walking through, you notice everything around this path is devoid of anything or of any wildlife. Whatever came through, and this path is probably 30 foot wide on from end to end. And you continue walking. And you do have to go and climb some of the boulders. They were, you're talking 10 feet off the ground, so you still have to walk around things and all that. But you just continually walk. Why don't you all roll perception while you're walking?
I got 16.
5.
14.
12.
I done. 18.
All right. Anyone that got over a 12 would notice as you're walking, you're seeing what used to be the floating lights of almost like fairy lights, what you're used to in the physical realm, is devoid on this path. But surrounding the path, it seems like they separated and they do not cross the boundary. And you continue forward. And after several miles, you come to an abrupt end where the forest is in full force again. And you look around. No one's here. But you have the distinct feeling of this is where the attack started. Miles from the treant.
It's a magician. He's invisible holding the string.
I don't like the sound of that.
Can I hit
Can
where
I
the
look
string
around
ends?
for herbs for like potions and stuff?
Yeah, go for it. Roll a nature check for me, Harrow. And then Ed,
Can I
what
do
were
a
you-
history check to see if I recognize the area?
Go for it.
That's a 10.
Harrow, you spend some time looking around. You find a couple, but not enough. A couple of different herbs, but not enough to brew anything yet.
Okay, I'm gonna kind of put them in my herbalism kit.
Perfect. I'd say you're 25% away from one minor potion of healing.
Dre's gonna twirl around a playing card. He keeps making a 2 of clubs appear, and he'll flick it into the void, and using prestidigitation, he'll cause it to spark. Does any light happen in the void?
You don't notice anything.
Okay. The card reappears in my hand.
Okay.
Can I roll an investigation just to look around, say anything out of the norm, besides the giant hole behind us?
Yeah, go for it.
I got a nat 20 plus 3 on my history.
Damn. You are not familiar with this area.
Okie dokie.
I got a unnatural 20.
Lyrian, looking around, you go through and you you actively search this area for any kind of tracks or footprints or anything that may give you the insight of what had happened here, or maybe who had happened here. You do find a set of footprints, but as fast as they are quite heavy. They are the soil itself is pretty firm. It's a very ancient forest, but obviously years and years and years of decay from the natural life cycles of plant life have made some soft impressions. But this goes beyond the normal of indentations from just normal walking. Whatever landed here.
Sorry, continue.
Whatever landed here was very heavy.
Can we tell what kind of animal it is?
You haven't seen it yet. Only Lyrian
Yeah,
has.
that's what I was getting to. Was like, let's tell what made these footprints, or like, does it look like Goliath, giant?
They are the size. Each footprint is about probably 3 foot long and about a foot wide.
I'm going to look back and look at Dre. Like, hey, Dre, real quick, tell me what you think of this.
Sorry, I was distracted. What was that?
I'm gonna go up there too.
Come look at these footprints.
I'll move up to where the footprints out with my notebook out.
Awesome.
Can I ask Harrow, since he seems good with nature, what the berries are?
Yeah. Harrow, Ed comes up to you and shows you his berries and would like to know if you can try to identify them.
My God, sir, will you put those away?
Just shoves them in your face. What are these?
Think about berries.
Harrow,
Perception with disadvantage. Since you put them right in my face.
Excellent.
He's like, those aren't berries. That's deer poop.
The 7.
With a 7, they're definitely round.
They're round. They smell like berries. Good luck.
All right, whatever.
Very berry-like.
I'm just gonna put them away.
All right.
Nice.
On my investigation, I rolled an 18, so 21 on the footprint.
Oh, nice. So you're seeing, Dre, these footprints are ginormous. They're about 2.5 to 3 foot in length, about a foot wide per foot. The stance of there's only 2 imprints, but they're about 6.5 feet apart. So something landed here, took aim, cut down miles of very densely forested Feywild, cut through a couple millennia old treant, and seemingly disappeared because there's no footprints walking away.
Yeah, I was about to say that again.
So it was like it stood there, did that, and went away.
Almost like avoid superhero waiting.
I've got it.
And then just like galactic blasted the thing.
It was like a Thanos thing. It just stood there, snapped, and walked away and blooped away.
As I'm investigating, I'm like pulling a string out, measuring it.
Perfect.
And it kind of like disappears, kind of like just back into my wrist. And I'm like, it's quite big, quite big. This will make for a great story, or was a great story. I have no idea what this is or where it's gone.
Never mind. You have answered my question of, have you seen this before in your travels?
I have seen giants. I have seen many giants. I've spoke to many giants. I knew of some friends that almost were eaten by giants, but thankfully the sun came up. I'm interested to see what made these prints. Are you?
Dre, go ahead and roll a history check. See if you've heard any stories like this.
That's what I just did. I got a 19.
Okay.
Just to see if I would recognize
18.
the footprint things.
RL, you do not. They're unfamiliar to you. You've not heard of anything this large. I mean, you've heard of giants, obviously. You're well traveled. You all are. But these don't quite fit the bill. Dre, however, you have heard ancient stories, or stories about ancient beings that weigh more than the heaviest animals, who seemingly are light as a feather as they walk. The only pressure they exert is when they have to physically change a realm. But you cannot remember their name. You just know of their story.
I have a theory, gentlemen in Turtle.
Dre just starts mumbling in his notebook. Could it be? Couldn't be. Could it be? I must know. We must find out.
I'm gonna look at Dre and go, care to share with the class, sir?
Could be a great story for later. Right now it is incomplete. We must find the conclusion.
I have a theory, gentlemen in Turtle, of what happened. The giant stopped here and clearly just walked backwards and stepped exactly where he did before, so we would think he just flew away.
I believe, from what I can remember, is it was here, but moves so lightly, ever so fluidly, that its footprint may be further ahead.
Where ahead? Do we know?
Well, the footprints are facing this way. He could be going back the way he came. So, that way.
Just a reminder of the destruction of the area. What was it again?
It's a deep forest in the Feywild. So you had basically a several mile long column of our path that was destroyed. About 10 foot in height was the maximum left of anything. Everything after 10 foot is just sheared off the entire path. Now you're at the end and the forest is wide open around you. So it only affected that pathway. And it is a deep forest. I mean, you're talking, I don't know, Amazon style, like for trees and wildlife everywhere.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
Haro, do you think you can fly?
Maybe. I can try. Do you want me to see if I can turn into something that can fly?
Maybe with assistance from the stronger ones, we could launch you into the sky, and get your view of the world.
Yeah. Let me see what I can turn into.
Be a beautiful eagle, my friend.
I will do my best.
All right.
Here we go. Focus real hard. I think about it. I'm like saying different bird names and stuff.
Roll your wheel.
Really trying to turn into something that flies. And I turn into a bag of throats.
A bag of
what?
A bag of throats. And I slither around on the ground and taste the air.
Oh my god.
Is that like a snake?
Does anybody else not know what that is?
I don't know what it is.
A snake is just a bag of throats.
Oh, okay. I mean, okay, you know what? That's fair. I just thought about it. It makes sense.
Okay. All right.
Google has no answers.
Yeah. I was like, what? Is this a new D&D monster? I've never heard of this.
Yeah, I was confused there for a hot minute.
I saw a meme that said a snake is just a bag of throats, and now I can't unthink that about a snake.
I mean,
I'm gonna look down and be like, That doesn't fly, dumbass.
It might fly if you throw it.
Yeah,
that's
I was saying,
true.
yeah, it does. Grabs it and I toss it in the air.
All right, Lyrian, roll a strength check. How Harrow, how much does this weigh and how large is it?
It's like a boa constrictor.
Is it just like a regular like garden snake, or is it like a big ass snake?
I don't know. Just a tree snake.
Okay.
Say like a bull snake, 5 to 6 foot, maybe 10, 15 pounds.
All right, Lyrian, strength check.
As he's throwing him, I say, put yourself into an angle so you can come back. I've heard stories of sticks that fly forward and come back.
That would be a 14.
That would be the most terrifying boomerang ever.
It truly would be. Lyrian, you grab the snake and you kind of just like cowboy whip it out and you just toss it into the air as hard as you can. It does go quite a bit in the air. Harrow, make a perception check with disadvantage to see what you see as a snake and just flying in like a helicopter in the air.
Find your center. Find your center.
He sees everything around us all at once.
I don't think I make. That would be a 6.
You don't see much. A lot of blur. Just and then as you start coming down, you probably went 30 feet in the air, so then fall damage, you take...
I gave him crit
Can
your
I try to
pants.
catch him?
Crit your... he didn't get a crit your pants.
Find something for HP base, but...
I don't think it's much. You take but you do take 3 points of fall damage.
How many?
3. I think you're still a snake though. I think a tree snake has like 5 HP. So
If it's a poisonous snake, it has 2 hit points.
oh shit. Nope. Okay. You pop back into yourself.
Did it work? Did it fly?
You did for a little bit. Turn into
well,
something small. Turn into something.
You fell with style. Call it that.
That's fair.
Falling with
That
style.
worked. All right. I'm sorry I couldn't be more help, guys. That's the last one until we rest.
This was amazing. It did not give us the result we were looking for, but this will be a great bar story. And I start writing it down.
Awesome.
It's a really bad stick figure of a snake being thrown.
I mean, it's not hard to I mean, a stick snake is like a spear. Like
No, the snake
The
is in
line
great
with some
detail.
arrows
The
going
person's
in a
stick.
circle.
oh, I see.
To show that it's flipping.
Excellent. All right. What else you guys wanting to do?
Oh my god.
Say we move forward. I mean, let's see what
Well,
we can find. Is
Sure.
there a path in this damage? Like, if we keep moving towards it, does it look like it?
You're kind of at the end of the damage. So
Okay.
right in front of you is the forest.
Yeah, like I see that tossing the snake didn't work. I really thought that was a good idea. I don't know why.
I'll go start going into the forest, take out my longsword and poke around on the ground at the forest.
Which direction are you going? Are you just following the same path as before, or what?
Yeah, where the footprints.
Well, there's only where they were standing, and that's it. There's no path.
So they're standing like at the end of the
Yeah, so they were standing and seemingly cut a big ass path all the way to the tree from where they were standing, and there's no tracks away from it.
but then behind that is the forest.
Yes. But the
So
forest
then-
is, I mean, on every side except for that path, there's forest.
Okay, so then directly behind the
So,
footprint.
like you were
I'm gonna
going to
go-
continue on.
Yep,
Got you.
exactly.
Okay.
Yep, that's the path I'm gonna go.
Sorry we took so long to get to that. That's what I was trying to say too.
Okay. Got you.
Words are hard, yo.
They are. They truly are. Especially when I
Correct.
don't give you any clues, which is fantastic. All right.
It's okay. Tally ho! Forward.
As you guys continue forward, go ahead and roll investigations, each of you, as it will require moving stuff away from the forest floor.
Oh. Nat 20 plus 1.
Damn it, Nathan. Quit rolling that 20s.
15.
It's like a canon event at this point. He always rolls a nat 20 every session.
He rolled 2 before the session.
Yeah, I did. That's why I'm using these dice, because they were good to me.
And then, Ed, what was yours?
What?
Your
What were we
investigation?
Oh, okay. Where's my investigation? 4.
Awesome. You don't see shit. Dre, actually, it'd
That's
be
the floor.
Dre and Harrow. I don't know where Lyrian went. So Dre and Harrow, you look around and you don't see any footprints or any kind of real path that you can find. However, R.L. King, looking around, something catches your eye, not on the floor, but in the trees. And you look up and you see several broken branches that look relatively new. They're still just swinging.
How far up?
About 45 to 50 feet.
Harrow, turn into a snake again so I can throw you at it.
Guys, there's freshly broken branches up there.
As you pointed out, go ahead, everyone roll perception.
No, actually, I'm not using that dice. It's been bad to me all day. Perception?
15.
13.
Nice, nice.
Lyrian, I have got a 16.
Nice. And then Dre with a 21. Damn. That's a nice set of rolls, guys. All of you look around and you hear a whistle. And at first you think it's a bird. Then you realize there's a pattern to it. And you listen intently. And you follow the sound. And you see something hiding in the trees. Several trees away from the broken branch that RL found. Just staring at you.
I don't.
Can I
Can
try and
I-
imitate the
Let's
whistle?
say you.
Yeah. Roll a performance, RL.
Okay. Ooh, 23.
You imitate it fairly well. But nothing happens.
Can I throw a javelin at it?
So we see these people looking at us, right?
You see a creature. You're not sure if it's a
Something.
person or what. It's very dense up there. You guys only seen it because you rolled really high.
Oh, can I? Hang on a second. Can I say something, Leo? I didn't have my elvish tongue. Say, friend or foe?
You're saying it in Elvish.
Yes, in elvish.
You see movement. And then you see... Actually, I'll need you specifically, Lyrian, to roll perception.
Oh, shit. what you do. You piss it off.
That would be 13.
You see a humanoid hand, and it makes some movements. Roll an intelligence check.
It's trying to signal to you.
That is a 16.
You feel like it's some sort of communication, but you're unfamiliar with it.
Out of context, so like sign language.
Similar.
What is it? It's a person?
Some kind of code.
It's a person?
You're not really sure. You don't have a super clear picture of what it is up there.
So it's just it can hear me. It's understanding me, but he's
Can I
communicating.
say friend or foe in Druidic? See if that gets any response.
For sure. You see the body turn towards you, Harrow. But that's it. There's no response. No physical response other than it turning towards you. Meaning it probably heard you, but...
I'm going to say friend or foe in common.
Shifts its body towards you. No response.
I'm going to say...
So he's
friend.
responding to me. He understands Elvish.
Seemingly.
I'm going to say friend or foe in Dwarfish then.
He turns towards you. And he reaches behind himself. And he pulls out a bow.
Oh. I throw my hands up. Fred, and Elvish, like repeatedly.
I'm just going to have my javelin
I'm
out.
going to say friend and Elvis as well with Lyrian to try and help him calm down.
Okay.
So am I.
All
I
right.
have my javelin out just in case.
Are you pointing it at him?
No, I just am holding it.
Okay.
Put it down. Put it down, man.
Dre, what are you doing?
My hand is behind my back and glowing,
All right.
but fully, like my full presence is calm and looking. But like my arms are behind my back, like I'm just standing there, but one is glowing.
Dre, make a wisdom save.
I have advantage on wisdom,
Nice.
so 19.
You feel this shudder through your body, and you feel your magic falter for just a second, but then it grasps again. Someone just tried to dispel magic on you, but you're not sure where it came from. The rest of you, the bow stays at his side, but he stops raising it.
I'm gonna look at Ed and like, Ed, don't talk. Obviously, he doesn't like dwarvish. I look at him, and I look back up at the creature or humanoid above. Then ask, safe place. Looking for a safe place in Elvish.
He looks to his left, to his right, and you see him make symbols in the air. And you hear... And you look around, and there are 6 people around you, all elves, all dressed in ghillie suits. And they make signs at you.
Oh boy, they're not going to like me.
Like a thumb sign or...
More of a communication style. You're not sure exactly what is happening. And then you see the one... You see the one that was in the tree that you did notice. And he jumps down, and he walks towards you, and he takes off the hood. And you see it is actually not a he at all, but a she. And she nods towards you, nods towards Harrow and RL, quirks an eyebrow at Ed, and smiles at Dre.
Ed puts the javelin away.
I just look between Dre and the female. They're taking you to know each other.
I'll smile back, put my hands in front, and just harmlessly shuffle my deck of cards.
All right. She just nods towards you. And she looks over, and you see she grabs her throat, and her hand glows for a moment. And then in all of your heads, you hear, "You're not from around here. Apologies for all this. We're not used to visitors this deep. You're looking for a safe place."
Yes, well, we were just talking to... Three's name?
Ariel.
Yeah, Iriel.
No, Ariel.
Ariel,
And
the tree
we
ant.
were talking to him, and out of nowhere, he was chopped down along with majority of the forest. If you can see this, or if you have seen it.
I do see it. That was my
I don't
next
know if you-
question.
Wasn't sure if we made it farther into the woods.
Yeah, I mean, you walked a little ways, but not super far. She looks
Trying
at
to
you.
investigate what happened.
Did you see who did it?
All we saw were two giant, bigger than a giant's footprints.
Interesting.
It was like he appeared and then disappeared.
She looks over, makes a couple hand signs, and you see 3 of the 6 that drop down jump back into the trees and start heading towards the path. Well, we shall investigate. I don't have much time with this left. We're not vocal people. Go ahead, Ed.
I want to ask her what the berries are.
You stick out your hand at the berries. She looks.
Hey.
She says, "Those are berries."
Yes, but are they poisonous or can I eat them?
Try them.
Ed, I would heed that warning. Obviously, she
Alright.
doesn't like the dwarves.
With one
Okay.
flourish of my deck, I'll put my hands up. The deck is gone. And then I'll have the notebook in my hand, writing some of what I think I've caught from the signal of the hands of what they might mean.
Excellent.
I'm just going to put
And
the
did you-
berries back.
And did you say she was like speaking in our mind?
Yes.
Or she was using it vocally? So we really don't have to talk. We can communicate.
You
Can
haven't
tell
tried.
how- 'cause
You
she
haven't
can read?
tried that way. So
We
right
haven't-
now
we
you're
haven't
just
mentally
verbal.
say my
we haven't
name,
tried
see what
psychically
happens.
yet.
Dre, as you say your name in your mind, nothing, no response.
I kind of have a look like I farted, but just trying really hard to focus on telling a story, but nothing's happening.
You got a poop there, Dre?
And sorry, to be rude. My name is Lyrian Nightshade, and you are.
She looks at you. She says, "Nightshade. That's an interesting last name. Care to elaborate?"
Story for another time.
Would like to ask why she doesn't like me.
She looks at you and she goes, "Do you always threaten someone on the first glance?"
No, he just got a bow out, so I felt threatened, so I just got my weapon out. I
Oh.
put it away.
I'm gonna interrupt and go. My name's Ariel King. How are you? How are you?
She nods. And then she
Oh.
says, "Safe place. Our village is a little distance away, but we're going to have to be... How quiet can you be?"
I think we can be pretty quiet.
I'm gonna look at all the armor I'm wearing and just be like, sure. I'll try my best.
All right. She
I'm
kind
going.
of. Go ahead.
I'm going to attempt to sign that I'm good, but I'm probably going to mess it up. I'm from what I've gathered from what they've done.
Roll an
Like, I
intelligence
can be
check.
quiet. Straight intelligence is +1, so 8.
Now roll a performance.
Haha, that's what I like. That would be a natural 20, so 26.
Damn. You definitely signed something. And she giggles. And you see a little, like, she's wearing, like, a dirt mask to hide her features. But you see a little red blush coming through on her cheeks.
Yeah, buddy.
And she nods, smiles, and then starts and says, quietly now. And she starts walking. The others around jump into the trees and dash forward.
I throw up from my hood. And I transform, or I disguise myself as a stool panther.
As a what?
I think I can change my appearance.
You say Steel Panther?
I think you're on mute.
Well, yes, I am. Yeah. I messed it up. No, I was going to use disguise self, but then I realized I can't really change myself into a animal.
You cannot. No.
Oh, bummer.
It's more, isn't it more like makeup and stealth?
Yeah. I mean, you can kind of change your humanoid appearance, but you can't turn into like a panther.
Give him 2 hours, he'll be the winner of Face Off.
Yeah, true. You guys continue following her. All of you roll perception.
Oh, fuck. There we go. Damn it. That wasn't so good that time. 10.
All right.
21.
21. Ed?
All right, sorry, my little brother. What?
Perception roll.
All right. That's dirty 20.
And then Dre?
Yeah, my camera's freaking out. Sorry.
Yeah, no worries. What's your perception?
It looks kind of cool, actually.
Our reception's in the chat, 19.
Oh, got you. My bad. And then Harrow's a 15. All of you, except for RL King, just hear, like, you don't hear her footsteps at all. What you do hear, however, is the rustling of branches, random whistles, seemingly in patterns. And every time you hear just like a twig snap, or what seems to be a twig snap, you look around and no twigs are snapped, but she glances up, nods, and continues forward. It seems they are communicating through the sounds of nature to inform each other of position, more likely of what's surrounding them. But you continue on. RL King, you're just hearing random wildlife sounds. You continue
just
on,
enjoying the sounds of nature.
and you actually, like, all around is forest. And you finally take a step, and though it was forest for as far as you could see, you're now in a clearing. And you look back, and the forest is super lush behind you. But in the clearing, you see a very nomadic lifestyle. You see, like, almost teepees of sort, sporadically set around. You see, obviously, a lot of, like, not so much livestock, but a lot of wildlife hanging, being bled dry for different meats. And you see potted
Like little
plants.
camps?
You see, like, basically a camp of nomads, seemingly as far as you can tell right now, they're all elvish, but you're still walking in.
Okay.
She said be quiet, right?
She did.
Can I try to sneak, like, quietly go through?
Go through what?
Like, go through the town because she said to be quiet.
Oh, yeah. You guys are still walking. You're still following her.
Okay. Trying to be respectful because they don't like me. And
As you get to the center, she grabs her throat again and her hand lights up. She says, I've informed the elder. She wants to speak to you as well. And you look around. Actually, all of you roll perception really quick.
19.
That's better.
We're in 13.
17.
I was too focused on her hand signals, I guess.
Dang. Okay, well, anyone that got over a 12, you would notice it seems like all the people that are out and about in this kind of camp are all female.
Oh. Okay.
Like average human height, or
Hey, yo, what?
They are average elvish height, all female.
Are there any dwarves
There are not.
in the town? Oh.
As far as you can see, there are not. She leads you into one of the bigger tentscapes and opens up the kind of the doorway and steps in. Do you guys follow?
Yes.
yes,
Yes.
Awesome. As you guys follow through, I need you all to make a wisdom save.
Oh boy, I'm gonna
Wisdom
die.
save. Okay.
Please roll good.
Back
Oh,
here.
11
Did you
isn't
say
good.
wisdom save?
Yes, please.
11
That is
isn't
a
good.
straight 17.
Nice. Dre, I see yours is
20.
17. Harrow's a 10. RL,
21.
21. Ed?
11.
All right. Ed, Harrow. Lyrian, what was yours again?
Mine was also a 17.
Okay, then you're good. So, Harrow and Ed, you feel the room kind of like spin around you as this waft of smoke hits you in the face. And you feel happy. More than happy. You feel elated to be here. This village is really okay. There's some nice people here, and it's very, very weird that you felt any animosity towards them at all, Ed. It's okay if they don't like you. You like them. There's nothing wrong with that.
My character hates people not liking him.
The rest, however, you feel the smoke enter your lungs, and just for the briefest moment, you feel elated. But then you kind of shake it off, and you know something is happening. Ed and Harrow's both wearing a giant smile on their faces.
You guys okay?
Yeah, I'm great, dude. It's just.
I think we should stay here and hang out for a while, guys. This is a real nice place.
Yeah, I love these people. I don't know why I even took out a javelin when I saw one of them. Like, I don't even remember what happened.
Like, this feels like home. Like, we should just stay here.
That's weird.
I belong here. This is my home now. I'm gonna learn the flute.
I'm going to.
I
look
have a
over-
flute, and I could teach you to play the flute. Would you like to hear some flute?
Sure.
Is it a skin flute?
Can I play my flute?
Yeah, roll a performance check.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Lyrian.
Hey, did we caught her name right?
You did not.
Okay, I didn't think
She never
told
said
us.
her name.
Yeah, she did not
I got
tell
a
you.
13.
Is she close by?
She did not enter with you. She kind of ducked in, and then when you went in, she was no longer there.
Oh, anybody else nearby?
Sneaky little hobbitses.
Your party is, and as you look around for everybody, you see Harrow pull out a flute.
Playing the Titanic song.
There you go. And I mean, it's not the
Like
best
the
performance, but
good
it's all
version.
right. It's okay. It's a 13. It's all right. Not bad.
It's like the meme version.
Yeah, exactly. And then the rest of you look around, and then out of the smoke comes. She's not old, but she is definitely older than the rest you have seen. Lyrian, as you know, elves don't really age as quickly. RL, I can't remember what race you are, but all of you would probably know this because you're well traveled. So you're not really sure how old this lady is, but she smiles and she nods to each of you. And then she looks at Ed and Harrow playing the flute. She smiles even wider. She looks and she goes, "How can we be of service?"
I am awestruck by Harrow's flute playing ability. I say nothing.
What do you guys like do for fun around here?
I'm gonna shush him. We are looking for an artifact of the ages.
She looks at
Bro, I thought we
Harrow,
were gonna stay here, bro.
and Harrow.
We
Yeah.
talked about it.
She
Like, this is the best place ever.
I agree with Harrow. We should just stay here forever. This
She
is
looks at
amazing.
Harrow and
You guys,
Ed,
you guys shush.
and she says, "They're right. You guys should just stay." And then she says, "What? I'm sorry. Lyrian, was it?
Yes, and you are?
I'm the elder. We don't really go by names here."
They call you something other than Elder?
No, that's my name.
I'll step forward
my
and
title.
dramatically flare out my cloak and bow and say my name.
She nods at
It's
you.
lovely to meet you.
She says, storyteller. You should meet tonight and tell us a story around the fire. It should be entertaining.
It would be my pleasure, my lady.
Awesome. She looks.
Story time.
She looks at Lyrian again. She says, "I'm told your last name is unique. Mind sharing it?"
You want that backstory, don't you?
Just smile.
Oh my goodness. Oh, it's just I've came from my brain.
Is Harrow still playing the flute?
He is very poorly at this point. He just rolled a 6.
I would like to try to play the flute.
Do you have a flute?
No. Can I borrow your flute, Harrow?
Sure, man. Here you go. Don't break it.
Performance.
I have a drum. Can I try and play a drum with him?
That's a natural 20 plus 1 on playing the flute.
You listen to Harrow quite well, and as RL King brings out his drums, go ahead and roll performance for me, RL. You start playing the flute, and you remember the notes, and your happy influence currently allows you to build on it, and you build the anticipation as you feel the sinking feeling hit you as your final note hits. RL, what was yours?
23.
Nice. And you guys finished the song with a nice flair, even not really knowing what song you were playing. But you end the song and it's brought the elder to tears. She
Like,
looked.
dang, bro. How'd you get so good at the flute? Thought you'd never played before.
Larry and the
It's
elder.
this place, man.
The elder looks at you again, and she says, "Nightshade. No clans I know of would use it."
I'm not from this area, so you or this realm you've probably never heard
Oh, I would know.
of.
I would know. She just smiles and nods, and she looks away. And she looks at you, Dre. And she says, "Ah, the one that abandoned Feywild. What brings you back?"
Love, your smile, sense of adventure, a good story. You pick. They're all great and lovely choices.
"I'll choose me." "That sounds wonderful. I'm glad you're here. Stay a
I
while."
smile and my hand flicks out a Queen of Hearts.
Ah. She just kind of nods. She looks at Harrow. Harrow. Interesting. Are you going to stay with us, Harrow?
I mean, I feel like I should. It's a pretty cool place. I think Ed over here wants to stay too. But I don't know. I'm not going to have any more flute playing with Ed because I don't want to be embarrassed again.
I thought you
Hey,
were
man,
playing
don't
quite
be-
lovely. She
Don't be
looks
embarrassed.
and she says, "Why don't you all have a seat? You say you're looking for something. What was that again?"
Do you have any snacks?
She looks,
Yep.
or she kind of like waves her hand, and you see like big bowls of like different vegetables or different kind of fruits that you'd find like in a forest, so berries and such. Um, the
Right.
You also see just like plates of raw meat, and then you have like a pot in the middle with kind of like boiling liquid, so that you could cook the meat in the liquid, and you smell different aromas, and you can add different herbs as you would like to flavor your meat however you'd like.
This is like incredible. This makes it even better. Like, we definitely need to stay here, guys.
Agreed. Are any of the berries in the bowl the same as the ones I have?
What?
Are any of the berries that they gave us the same as the ones I have?
You have no idea.
Oh, yeah.
Right now, you can't focus enough to compare.
Well, that's too bad.
Is everybody pretty much distracted with the food and such?
I'll leave that up to them to decide. She is actively watching all of you.
I am.
I am actively watching her.
I am definitely like testing out every possible combination of meat and herb and cheese and berry and nut
I'm definitely
fried
helping
in this
Hero.
liquid that I can think of.
Excellent.
As
Right.
he's doing that, I'm making small notes of his combinations in his face.
Awesome.
Like in theory, I'm looking at her like, how does she know who I am? Like she must be like that detailed or like that ancient, that old, but she's been around a while. Type old meth.
Roll an Arcana check, Lyrian.
16.
You can feel a lingering trace of something magical just permeating the area. You're not sure exactly what, but you can feel it seeping into your mind, and it's not intrusive. It's just
It's that she's knocking on the wall.
she's knocking on the wall and seeing what's responding.
She's reading my mind.
You're not sure.
She's in my mind.
You're not sure.
There is something else in my mind, so I just wanted to be.
Can I
Dre,
identify or try to identify that?
In your head.
you would need. Well, that was your
It's doing
Arcana.
my mind.
Yeah, that's your Arcana check. That's pretty much all you could really grasp on it. You know the magic around you is almost like hovering above a water and peering in. But as you look through water, obviously things are clouded and proportions are different, so it's not a clear reading.
Can I
Gotcha.
kind of like, as I'm feeling that, like we're feeling that, and I kind of like, I feel like there's something going on, like you were saying, like I can feel something's going on. But to be safe, can I basically throw up a mental wall? Is what I'm going to do.
Roll a wisdom check.
I'm gonna walk around the room, around the companions.
Okay.
Great, 16.
Larry, and you throw up your mental defenses. We'll see what happens.
Harrow, do you still have those potions of healing?
What potions of healing?
The ones that we were given. We should add it to the mix. What if it makes it taste even better?
I can do one better for you.
What's that?
Cast Good Berry, and 10 berries appear in my hand, and I just drop them, like put them on the skewer, and I fry them,
Awesome.
and pass out the berries to everyone.
They are fucking delicious. They are good berries.
Yes.
They are very good berries.
Thank you for the good berries.
Dre,
Welcome to Good Berry, home of the Good Berry.
I was about to say the same thing.
Dre, you would know at this point something is happening with Ed and Harrow. You guys have been together long enough. I mean, it's only been a few hours, but you've kind of got a good like measure of them, and they just seem off-putting. The rest of you would notice this too, but Dre is walking around just kind of watching. Dre, as you do walk around again, go ahead and roll an investigation check.
We don't notice that they're offsetting, right?
You and Ed, or I'm sorry, Ed and Harrow does not realize something is weird yet. I'll have you roll again in a second.
Everything is weird for us right now.
Dre, with
Not great. 7.
with a 7, you're not seeing much. You still know something's off. You get that intuitively, but you can't really see where like the source of smoke came from. It is like the fire that Ed and Harrow is actually like cooking in right now doesn't produce any smoke, so you're not really sure where this change is coming from at this point.
But you said there is a fire source, right?
There
Oh,
is.
shit.
Yeah, Ed and
Oh,
Harrow
okay.
are currently cooking random things.
Harrow, do you think your demon chicken would taste amazing? Or your chicken thing, whatever it is?
I like my chicken.
Don't cook the demon chicken.
You had a chicken. I
wanna
don't
get-
think you
I,
cook it
When you
either.
get possessed, that's a good way to get possessed.
I flutter my deck. It starts to glow, and I take a 3 of clubs, and I kind of throw it at the fire and prestidigitation and snuff out the fire.
The fire goes away. The pot is
What about the
why'd you
what
do
about the
that?
smell?
Like,
the
I'm
smell.
gonna cook this delicious food now.
Is the smell of food still in the air?
It
like
is.
cooked food?
Yeah. The pot is still boiling, as things do. Even after you kind of take off the fire with the metal pot, it's still holding that heat. So it's still cooking whatever they have in there. But the fire is snuffed out.
I'm gonna do produce flame, cast produce flame, and relight the fire under the pot so
All
that
right.
it stays hot.
Excellent.
And then I'll another card flick it into the middle of the room, and a odd smell of melted chocolate will fill the room. See if I can draw their attention. Also, prestidigitation. It allows you to make an odd smell.
All right. You guys start.
Who has chocolate? We're adding it to the bowl.
Chocolate covered meat chunks.
Does it allow me to pull their attention at all?
Harrow and Ed, go ahead and roll another wisdom save.
All right, I didn't save, so 7.
Ed is still entranced. He's looking for the chocolate.
I'll go in as I'm making this smell. I'll go into how I heard about a traveler who went to a foreign world and found this bean that, when melted, makes this wonderful smell. And that's I'm making the cocoa smell of a cocoa bean.
Awesome. Harrow, you snap out of this euphoria you're in.
What happened, guys? Does it smell so delicious in here?
As soon as he snaps, I look at King and kind of give him a look to see if he noticed that Haro is acting differently now. All of while I'm still dramatically flaring my hands as I'm telling the story of Willy Wonka and how he found his Oompa Loompas. I'm still creating the smell, but I'm creating a performance to draw her attention on me after King looked me in the eyes.
All right. Go ahead and roll.
I'm gonna give him a look. Like, oh, I saw that.
Just
Dre, go ahead and roll a performance check.
18.
Right.
You spin the tail, and she is pretty focused on you right now. And as you finish telling the tale, we'll end there, where you guys will pick up not next week because it's Christmas, but the week after, January 1st. So let us be the first to say happy holidays to everyone. Happy New Year.
Yay.
We wish you all the best. As always, be kind to each other. Do something nice for someone tomorrow. Love each other, but most importantly, love yourselves. Have a good night, and fuck cancer.
Okay.
Fuck cancer.